some people only have a certain amount of time they're supposed to be with you, Louis, in this embodiment, and that's as far as they're going to go in this life. And then when they move on, all is as it should be. Or is there always some resistance that's causing people to leave when they're walking with you, training with you, etc.? I can't really answer that in a black and white, answer for everything and everyone. It's neither, both, all of the above. Yes, well, everything is written in the heavens and fated to be as it is to be, of course. That goes without saying, so that would apply to me as well. There are certain people who are meant to meet me and meant to walk with me and train with me, live with me, not live with me, come and leave and come back, and it's all written in the heavens. And then they move on, and that's a principle that's true of all situations in life. There are some animals who come to the river to have a sip of water, and there's some who visit the river frequently, and there are some who live near the river. Same is true of people living near the ocean. Some live on the beach, some go to the beach a lot, and some visit the beach once in a while, and some never go to the beach. So, of course, the same is true for me. And the second part of your question, or is there always some resistance that's causing people to leave? Most of the time, in fact, more than 99% of the time, people's resistance, their maniacal egos, are what cause them to leave, because the very thing that the very motive and reason which prompted them to seek the master out and draw the master to them is the very same thing that drives them away. In short, many seek the truth, few want to hear it. So people seek out God-realized beings to get truth at the level of the absolute, the highest truth available in the world, to get ones who can see to the core of their being and reveal their inauthentic ways, as well as reveal and acknowledge their authentic ways, so that they can be refined and molded and sculpted into the quintessence of their own divine potential. That's why people magnetize living masters. However, because the ego has a death grip on almost everybody's life and mind and personality, and most people spend their entire lives feeding that beast through sense gratification and all the other different things people do. When that truth finally comes after years, and in many cases lifetimes, of seeking it and searching for it and sacrificing and doing everything they possibly can to get to the feet of the master, then they spend the rest of their time kicking, fighting, screaming, defying, disobeying, arguing, resenting, repelling the very truth that they crawled on a mile of broken glass for 100 lifetimes to find. It's a sad paradox, but it also shows the insane state of the human condition of most humans' minds. So yes, it is, in more than 99% of the cases, it is the egomaniacal fear and resistance of "don't tell me what to do" that drives people away, and their unwillingness to really look at themselves and be honest. If someone were that accountable and that humble and that selfless, the marriage would be so sublime, and the rate of growth of evolution is, I'm quite literally, in a decade of obedient, and I underscore obedient, reverent, respectful surrender to a living master's guidance, you would transmute the karma of dozens to scores, if not hundreds, of lifetimes. Literally. Dozens of lifetimes in the worst, lowest, and slowest of cases. Hundreds of lifetimes of karma transmuted in just a decade, qualified of obedient, respectful, humble surrender and obeisance to the master, which is almost non-existent. There are very few who fall into that category. But potentially everyone could. But that's, those are the ones who become masters. That's why only about 1 in 15 million people ever even get to the top of that mountain of God consciousness in today's numbers. that is changing and will change in the future thanks to the shifting on the planet and the way the universe and nature will grind down people's resistance in a very beautiful way. Painful, but beautiful. So, and that will finally bring people to their knees, where they will finally give up the fight and realize that they don't know more than God, and they're not in charge of their lives, and that there are ones who, in true humility and selflessness, are there to only help them and serve them to be the best they can be. And everyone does awaken to that realization and evolve to that level of soul maturity in some given lifetime, not necessarily this one, but that is the natural, inexorable, i.e. unavoidable destiny of every soul eventually. So, patiently in the mists we wait. Thank you for that question. Very good one. All right, got another couple of minutes here. Our next question: I really like to sing